So now I've baked this piece of clay, and I'm going to use this tool called a linoleum cutter, which is what they use to cut linoleum to make your own rubber stamps if you wanted to do that. And I'm going to make this, I'm going to put an initial R for my niece's name, and I'll show you how I do that. I want to hold this where the tool, like the scoop, is facing up. And you can draw on this. Actually, that might be the better way to handle this. Let me just draw an R on here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have a marker, and I'm just using, it's a Bic Market, and you can use anything though. So let me just kind of draw an R on here. Then I'll have a line that I can follow, and you can see where I'm going with this. So here's an R, and now I'm just going to go ahead and carve it. So I'll start down here at the bottom, and you kind of want to work slowly with this because, you know, you don't want to gouge out too much that it doesn't look nice or doesn't suit what you're doing here. So I'm slowly going back and forth, kind of like inching the clay out, and I'm just following the line that I drew, and you can scratch away whatever comes up. I'm going to go down here a little, and the clay, as you can see, the clay comes up pretty easily. So this is not going to be super hard to do. And if you wanted to make your lines a little bigger, you could come back and go right next to what you drew and make it a little bigger. So curves are a little trickier, so go a little slower on your curves.
And the art teacher in me is going to point out that you've got to be careful. Elisa's got her finger out in front of that gouge, and if you miss, you're gonna stick the gouge right into your hand. So
yeah, so you got to be careful with anything you do, you know.
It's sharp, so be careful. You kind of develop with these linoleum cutters as you practice with them. You feel you can feel how much it's not really that much pressure.
No, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this. So this little corner right here, to make it look nice, I'm going to have to hold it a little differently, or I'm not going to be able. That's not working. Let's try it on an angle. There we go. That did it. Now I'm just widening this up a little. Oops. So here you have it. I just carved out the R, and you can do any kind of design you want. If you wanted to do a flower or something, just draw your design on there, or you could even do a little rubber stamp before you bake it. Just a light rubber stamp, and then come back and carve all those lines too. So really, the sky's the limit. Just have fun with it.